welcome back to my channel, Luna Noir Tarot, and this mini-series teaching tarot. So guys, we are almost at the end of this series. We have about 2 more of these to go, and we will be at the end. So it's been quite fun to do this series, really it has. I've learned a lot teaching you guys, so that has been such a bonus for me. I hope that you guys also have taken away something from this series. If you have ideas for other mini-series that you would like me to cover, definitely comment in the comment box below. I will be very open to exploring like different options, and I just want to know what you guys are interested in. So yeah, if I can do a mini-series on anything that you guys would like to see, let me know and I'll be happy to consider it. Alright guys, so today our cards are the Star, the Moon and the Sun. I have to say, I think these are 3 of my favorite cards. Everything that they represent, just the Moon, the Sun and the Stars, I love. I am a big fan of everything celestial, so these are definitely in my, top 5 tarot cards of all time. So I'm very excited to do today's session just to talk to you guys about these incredible cards. I will also mention that the moon is specifically standing out to me today because we do have a new moon coming up on the 20th, which is only a few days away. I will also say apologies that these videos are a little bit later than anticipated. I have been having some technical issues recently. For some reason, my uploads don't seem to upload at all or as quickly as I would like. So some of these videos are coming out on Saturday instead of Friday. I do apologize, but I hope that you'll bear with me. And hopefully this technical issue will resolve soon. So fingers crossed there. Okay, so guys, the Star. So all of these cards, the one thing that I love is there is a color trend between these 3 cards. So usually when I put up cards, they all have like different like backgrounds and themes, but these 3 all have a very similar theme. Interestingly, they don't all have the same element. The Star has air, the Moon has water, the Sun has fire. But they seem to have a very common theme. So but all of their backgrounds are blue. There is some form of yellow, so the Star is yellow, the Moon is yellow, the Sun is yellow. There is some form of water, at least in 2 of them, with the Star and the Moon. In terms of representing star signs, and I don't usually go into this when I look at cards, but I can't help it because specifically with these cards, these star signs are standing out. So the Star is representative of Aquarius, and it's very very obvious through the pictures. The Moon represents Pisces, and the Sun represents Leo, and we're going into Leo energy in the next couple of days. So that's also interesting. But, Aquarius and Pisces follow each other, and then we suddenly jump to Leo, which I find very interesting too with these cards. So anyway, let's focus on our Aquarius stroke Star card. I really love this card. It's very simple. There's like nature, water, and then stars. So I always get really excited when I see the Star card. For me, it screams wishes, dreams, and desires. I am a Pisces, so I am all about dreams, illusions, and just wishes coming true. So I don't know if that's the reason why this one really stands out to me, but I really love the Star card. I feel like it's a very hopeful card. There's a lot of potential with this card. Whenever this comes out in a reading, I always feel happy because I know that it means the person that I'm reading for is on the right path. They have wishes and desires and dreams that they are really putting their efforts into. And this is kind of like the universe's way of saying, we know that you have wishes and dreams, and we are doing what we can to help you to manifest these dreams and desires. Especially when I see the star card with the magician card, it really makes me happy because it means that your dreams and wishes are being manifested, right, by you. So you are the magician and you are creating your dreams and wishes into reality, into the material realm, the material plane, and you're taking your thoughts and your dreams and literally creating them in front of your eyes. So the star card has so much potential, so much hope. It's just a card that really speaks to each and every one of us, because each and every one of us has a wish or a dream or a desire that we really want to see come into fruition. And for everyone, that's going to be completely different, right? We all have completely different hopes and wishes and dreams, but regardless, we all have them, okay? So this is such a great card because it speaks to each and every one of us. And yeah, like I said, of course it depends on what cards are surrounding this card when you do your reading. I just really love it because it just has so much hope and potential for the rest of the reading. So, you know, this will dictate whether the dreams and wishes are related to romance and love, whether it's related to career and prosperity and abundance, or if it's related to something else, like potentially the person that you're reading for wants to buy a house or something of that nature. So yeah, it's definitely a very hopeful card. I really like it when I see it. So in terms of the general meanings, the star card can mean good health, hope, inspiration, opportunity, spirituality, wishes coming true. For me, it's definitely about wishes coming true. And then in the reverse, it can mean disappointments, missed opportunities, delay in dreams or wishes, delayed opportunities. Sometimes it can mean that you're losing out on an opportunity entirely, but most of the time it's more of a delayed thing, like there's a delay, there's a time restraint, or there's a reason why it's being delayed, but it's like a time thing, rather than like that you're never going to achieve it. And then its element is air, its ruling planet is Uranus, and yeah, I mean, there is a lot of water in here, but it is an air card. So again, as I said, when this comes out, it can also mean that there's a prominent Aquarius involved. You know, again, if it's to do with like career, it could be like a boss. It could be, if it's a romantic thing, it could be the person is going to meet an Aquarius. They themselves could be an Aquarius. As I said, usually with tarot cards, I don't always associate them with star signs, but with these ones, they really do come through for me. So I do. So the next card that we have is the moon. And the moon is my favorite, but again, like I said, I am a Pisces, and the moon is very related to the Pisces. I am also a believer of like moon phases. As you can probably tell from my tarot channel, I do like new moon readings. I just did one that I posted on Wednesday, so you guys can check that out. I do new moon predictions too, and full moon predictions. So I am a big believer in the phases of the moon. So this card really speaks to me personally. The moon, again, very simple card. You know, you have like the blue background. You have a moon almost in the sun. To me, this is what it looks like, you know, because you have like the moon face in the middle, but then around it looks like the sun. And then we move on to the sun card. And this is more about, the integration between night and day, the integration between mysteries and then happiness, and like things in the dark and then things in the light, moving from darkness to light. There's that kind of imagery. You have the wolf, so howling at the moon. And then interestingly, there is like a lobster or something in the water. And, I don't know if that's like, if it was more related to Pisces, it would have been fish. But I think it's really interesting that there's just a random sea creature just like there. And then, of course, there's water in this card, and the element of this card is water. So again, a lot of blues in this card, very, very like connected with this whole water element. Then there's a road in the back, just behind the wolves. You can see a road, a winding road. I feel like that's about following your path and following your intuition, okay? Will lead you down the right path. The moon is very connected to intuition. So again, I feel like that's what's being depicted here. As I said, winding road, follow your intuition, it will take you down the right path. At least when I see it, that's what I think. Very simple card again, as I said. I would love to know if any of you guys know what this random like sea creature is just like there for. I don't know if it's a lobster or a scorpion. Maybe it's a scorpion. I can't really tell, but because I can see its little like clippers in the front, so it could be a scorpion actually. Which Scorpio is also a water sign, so that might be the relevance there. But yes. It's a very simple looking card, but it has a lot of meaning behind it. So when I see the moon in readings, for me, it's about following your intuition. It's really about listening to your inner voice, finding your inner strength, and having faith that whatever darkness you're facing right now will see light someday. It's like the cycle, it's like the circle of life. Everything goes in cycles and phases and ebbs and flows. Again, when I see the moon card, it's all about phases for me. The current phase that you're in is not what you will stay in. It's a phase. It's going to pass, right? So much like the moon phases, as I said, whatever feelings you're having at the moment, whatever kind of bad luck or hardships you're going through right now, know that it's just a phase. It will pass. And the fact that the moon is in the sun tells you that you'll move from this darkness to this light, okay? You will see light at the end of the tunnel, light at the end of the road, as there's a road in here. You have to have faith. You have to kind of have this hope, like the Star card, that whatever is meant for you will come through. And sometimes we have to face hard lessons to receive the gifts or the hopes and dreams and wishes that we want. But first you have to travel quite a rough and winding road. So the moon, in terms of its general meanings, can mean deception, difficult period, fear, hidden things, insecurity, mental confusion, and intuition. In the reverse, it can mean insomnia, mysteries revealed, release of fear, unusual dreams, and blocked intuition. So, as I mentioned, its element is water and its ruling planet is Neptune. Again, as I said, usually I don't really associate tarot cards with star signs all the time, but sometimes I do get those messages and I will mention them in my readings. And yeah, in terms of horoscopes or star signs, this is linked with Pisces, but with the Scorpion in here, it can also have a Scorpio energy. Its element is water, so it really can, in some ways, also represent all the water signs. And, again, the moon is also associated with Cancer. So, again, it's like Cancer to Leo, which is exactly the way that the horoscope cycle goes. So we're moving out of Cancer now and we're moving into Leo. And that's kind of how we move from like the moon card into the sun card. So that's a really nice transition and a nice like synchronicity with horoscopes. So we'll move on to the sun card. Now the sun card, again, very simple. There's a baby on a unicorn or a horse, and there's like sunflowers, again, sign of happiness, sign of blooming, summer. We have the sun in all its glory in the background there, and it's beaming down, and there's this baby, which is about rebirth and new things coming to fruition, like a newborn thing. It's also about being childlike and whimsical and free and happy. It's like that childlike happiness where, responsibilities we forget about all the hardships and the traumas that we've been through in life, and we just live our life like a carefree child. That's really what this card is depicting. Even the horse here looks like a pony. It looks very young. So again, it's about that youthfulness, And the sunflowers here, as I said, it's all about summer. It's all about full bloom. The yellow is all about happiness. It's also connected to the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is also connected to the sun. So there's a whole cycle, So that's really nice. So there's just so much happiness and warmth and energy that comes out of this card, right? And we do have what looks like a flag, like a burnt orange color. Again, very the colors are very closely associated with the fire elements, right? With the yellows and the oranges, very like fiery colors. There's a little bit of red as well. So again, yeah, very happy card. It's like moving from the darkness and the mystery of the moon and into this brightness and cheerfulness of the sun. So its general meanings of this card are enlightenment, joy, happiness, marriage, material happiness, success, and prosperity. So that is really coming through. You can feel the energies when you're looking at this card. Very much about prosperity, success, happiness, joy, high energy, high impact. Very much about ambition, drive. That real fire that you need for your desires. Passion, all comes through this card. Now in the reverse, it can mean lack of clarity, sadness, delayed prosperity, delayed health or delayed wealth, blockages, uncertainty, okay? So again, a lot of the times when I see these cards in reverse, for me it's more about delays rather than it never happening. It can, in the really worst situation, mean that something's not going to happen, but more often than not, it's more about delays in the results of what's owed to you. So like delayed prosperity, delayed success, delayed material wealth, delayed marriage even. So that's kind of what I think of when I see these cards in reverse. So then its element is fire, as I mentioned, and its ruling planet is the sun, of course. So it is the sun, its ruling planet is the sun, because the sun is the biggest star in the universe, and it's very dominating. And so this is a great card to get, you know. So guys, that was the cards for this week. Next week we will be finishing off the Major Arcana. We will cover Judgment and the World, which are the final 2 cards in the Major Arcana. And then we have one more week where we will talk about the suits in the tarot and the court cards. Alright guys, thanks for sticking with me with this mini-series. I hope you find it useful. As I said, if you have any suggestions for future mini-series, then let me know. Comment in the comment box below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.